Greetings, friends, and happy Tuesday. The word for today, I'm bringing forward yesterday's message because it's so much about where we are right now, both in our personal lives and on earth as a family, as a collective. And the word for yesterday and the word for today is tower. And of course, yesterday was 9/11, and I sent a text message to everybody in mystery school. I didn't do a recording yesterday because I spent the day in silence and in meditation to really participate myself with all the shifts that are happening and with the importance of the teaching and the meaning of 9/11 to really be available for it, including especially with the auspices of this current lunar cycle of our solar eclipse and all the potentials for transcending shadow, for integrating shadow, and for bringing shadow forward, and for stepping to a new level of mastery. The alignment of the universe right now is incredible to support each of us and to support our world in transcendence. And so in tarot, we work with the tower as a teacher about how to transcend forces of how to transcend our fear and how to fully participate in the forces of change that are ongoing in our lives and in our world, and how to connect with larger truth, signified by the overseeing eye of Source, of Horus, of knowledge, of understanding, how to participate fully, and even how to trust when we don't understand or have full perspective when things are changing. The A really important aspect of learning to master change is illustrated in the other key card in the constellation of the Tower, which is the Chariot. And so the Tower is the number 16, which 1 and 6 reduced to 7. And so the Chariot is the card in Tarot that helps us, that teaches us how to navigate change and how to navigate transformation in our lives through inner calm and inner stillness and inner alignment. How to be a warrior in this world through coherence and congruence. The sevens are numbers of mystery, and so the Seven of Wands, Valor, is the key, holds the key for how we can navigate times of change and uncertainty by maintaining and committing to inner alignment even when it's hard. So the 6 wands in the background show congruence and alignment, and then the 7th wand is vibrating and indicating our the requirement for us to show up with our will and commitment to alignment to connect with the power of love. And this vibrating wand ultimately is the symbol for our own vertical column, our spinal column, and our alignment with our own inner light and our inner truth. And that's what enables us to show up for everything. So, so I want to bring forward knowing the significance of Tower and the significance of the archetype of the collapse of external structures, which of course happened in such an intense and shocking way on 9/11, the collapse of the external world, and the reality of this truth of Tower, and the truth of what is possible to emerge from the collapse of old forms or external forms. So I would like to bring forward the Sabian symbols for the last 3 days because they are perfectly dovetailed with these teachings and this time. And so the sun moved through these symbols in the last 3 days. On, oh, now I'm not sure exactly which day it was. I'm just going to bring the symbols forward. I think it was Saturday or Sunday. The sun was in the symbol for volcano in Virgo, and that was 17 Virgo moving to 18. And 17 Virgo is literally the explosion of a volcano. And the function of that explosion of volcano in this time of the year and in this lunar cycle, the function is purification by fire, which is exactly the teaching of the Tower. Purification by fire. the explosion and release of the past in order to create a new template. We work with Phoenix and other archetypes to express this truth of what happens when there is a purifying explosion. And so that explosion of purification by fire on Saturday and Sunday, the sun then moved from that activation into the next degree, which is the symbol of consulting the oracle for inner guidance. And so the specific symbol was a Ouija board, which is like an old school. These symbols were brought in almost 100 years ago, I think. I'm not sure exactly, but early in the 20th century. And so the Ouija board is a symbol of a group of people connecting to the oracle for inner guidance. And so the auspice of the volcano degree was purification by fire. The auspice of the consulting the oracle is to connect with inner guidance rather than external form, which has exploded. So it's exactly what's happening in our world. And we are positioned right now to connect with new levels of understanding, and we're receiving from the sun the illumination we each need. So connecting with inner guidance, and then the symbol now is of group effort, and it's of a group effort of a swimming race. And the symbol here is to transcend old ideas of competition in order to swim together in water to a new destination. So there's the opportunity through united effort to transcend old ideas, swimming through the water, swimming back to source, to realize and experience new possibilities and new potentials as we cross this threshold into a new world. The old forms are disintegrating, literally all around us, and there's an element of chaos which is undeniable. Those of us who are not currently experiencing chaos in physical structure through including through environmental chaos, those of us who are relatively stable right now in our physical lives need to show up to help anchor coherence for people who are going through dismantling in their physical world. But all of us together are experiencing the dismantling of our structures, of our beliefs, of the way we thought the world was run. And 9/11 absolutely symbolizes all of that. It was a focal acupuncture point on Earth for an awareness of a dismantling of the way things are and a shock. And now with the activations of the solar eclipse, 9/11's coming full circle and enabling us to connect now to the awareness of new forces, new grids, new potentials being born. And that is the symbol for today of a group of people working together, swimming through the waters, moving through source energy in new environments to arrive at a new destination. So there's a beautiful quote by Dane Rudhyar, who brought forward the Sabian work in an amazing way. And this was out of these teachings for the last 3 days. And it has to do with our ability to step into new worlds. And he says, the soul must become empty and the mind translucent. So there's a quality of dismantling that enables us, if we are willing and able to show up, to connect within and trust within, to step then into the waters of a new form and the new potentials for evolution that come when we're able to empty ourselves from the past and connect with what is translucent, which is what's being created. And this literally was part of the teachings of Saturn in the full moon chart. So you can go back and review that if you'd like to, if you find that helpful, because right now the astrology of the solar eclipse and the full moon can really help us understand how to align with what's happening and how to trust in the higher order of things. So I invite you to play with the dance between dismantling a form and your own opportunity for inner alignment and moving forward on your own highest path of fortune. Totally trusting that you're receiving the help you need, the four helpers pulling the chariot, and that you can connect with the tools and the resources that you have both within and with your grid of support in order to maintain stability and alignment and calm. So there's much to celebrate, and there's a potential we all have now to see what we haven't seen before and to have new perspectives and new clarity. So have a fantastic day and celebrate the truth and the higher purpose and potential of the tower within and without. And I'll see you again soon.